years ago?
2021.
2021. How many years courtship did you have?
Yeah, so that's where the story got longer.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Should I brace up? Should I brace up for another part of the story? Is this part 2?
Please.
Is this part 2?
This part 2. This part 2. So this is part 2, and this has a whole lot of shaking in it.
Wow.
So of course I proposed, and then we were to do
parental
PC.
consent. Yeah.
Exactly. So I went to do PC with our parents, well accepted, expanded yam, beautiful people. My sister, when you're accepted like that, you have one jackpot. So I just enjoyed myself. So when it was time to do same on my side, then there was a problem arose. Family said no, that I was not going to get
Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Ha! God,
I wasn't going to get married to her. And then we started. It started like a joke. Then 2018, I then got a job and I moved to Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. And so I was in Ebonyi State, just communicating over the phone, trying to talk to the members of family, explain, but there was this strong no.
Now, I don't understand. Okay, wait. Let me understand. I'm sorry. You okay? And it's okay. If you don't want to talk about what was the reason? Was there a reason?
Reasons were they've prayed about it. They don't think it's the will of God. Revelations.
I'm just gonna faint. Mama collapsing me.
So it wasn't going to be it and all of that. And then
Shayo, how did you feel? Yeah. I want to hear from you. Honestly, yeah. How did you feel when he came back to tell you that, okay, my family member said this?
I was remembering back now, and I was calm.
Should I get tissue?
I was calm. I was calm. I remember I just said okay, and I went back to pray. I said, God, let's have a discussion. I kind of do my prayers. I went talking to God like I'm having a discussion with God. Even though it says the unquestionable God, was that same God.
I got some questions, God. I've got some questions.
And so I asked, I was like, I didn't want to go on this journey. You said I should go. You said you don't send me on a journey without backing me up. Am I having your backing on this? I don't understand, because I'm having opposition. And then the number 2 thing is, I agreed not to be in any relationship unless you tell me to. And now I have obeyed you. And so I could not even tell my friends about it, because I was wondering, what would I say? How do I say it? I just kept quiet. I was like, maybe everything will change, everything will be fine, and maybe something will happen. And so when they keep asking, Alpha, what are you doing? Your place, soon. And I'm praying. I'm like, God, when is it soon? What will I say? Sometimes people process things differently.
That's right.
And so it was not as if I was trying to hide it from them, but it was almost like a dream. Am I? Some of those things you have to watch in movies and everything. And
exactly. These are things we see in Nollywood. Honestly.
And so this is a reality. And I remember my parents were there. Give it to them. My parents were there, calling, calming me. Don't worry, everything will be fine. We are praying for you. They'll call me. They'll pray with me. And so I was calm. I was calm. No, the whatever I was calm. The thing is, for my friends, their siblings are also my siblings. So I just take them
Mm,
as my siblings. So some
mm.
of the siblings, when I see them in church, I still greet them. Oh, how are you? And everything. I was
I can't
calm.
even imagine. I can't
You
imagine.
said I was calm like 100 times now.
Yeah, because she needed. See, let me tell you something, brother. This thing is not easy. I'm not even lying. I'm a lady. I've never experienced it. I cannot even imagine it. God, please.
My
Hey,
sister,
I'm
I
not sure
don't
I'll
think
be able to
experience it.
handle. Honestly, I'm not sure I'll be
That's
able to handle.
so
Honestly,
so yeah, I honestly get that. And as much as it was bothering her, it was bothering me. It was bothering
of
both of us.
course, of
We
course.
took time to pray, we fasted, we had, even though we were distance apart, we spent time over the phone praying. 2018 finished, we entered 2019, and the whole thing still continued.
Stronger.
In fact, it became stronger, really. It became stronger. And by the time we were getting to, was it November, yeah? November 2019. Hmm, this is a shocker. No,
November
I chop
2019.
breakfast.
Wait, wait. You people should be coming down with this story. I'm following it sequence by sequence. 2018. Okay, now we're in 2019. So in 2019, you chopped breakfast. Like he came on and said he wasn't doing again or what?
Yeah.
Ah, bro, David, share wine me, man. No, bro, David, are you joking? Are you whining
so
me? You
so
had
so so
another
this is
person or what? I don't understand.
so this was it. The same fear we've always had from the beginning. This lady, we did masters together. She had started her PhD as I when I was in as 2019. So I was just feeling like at that point, it was feeling like I'm just using my own problem to hold her down. So I just felt in me like, if you really love this lady, let her live her life. Don't use your own problem to keep
Yeah,
holding her back.
Paul. Ah,
So I thought it through. I thought it through. I just felt the best to do is to let her go so that
so
she can
wait,
live
wait.
her life.
When you let her go, what will you be doing?
I
How will
was
you?
going to. So honestly, I spoke to a friend then, and I told her like, I'm doing this and nobody should mention anything. Marriage, sister. Then I was just ready to just face career, make money, enjoy life, and just be fine.
Well, it's not as easy as you say it now. It's
I
not as
know.
easy as you paint it. Like, I've been in situations in my life where I feel like, you know what, I'm done with brothers. I'm done. I will not even lie to you. There was a time in my life, and I'm like, you know what? I'm honestly done. I think when I had that introduction I had, I know I've told this story, but again, I've not told this so much, but I must have mentioned it in one of my, interviews. And when I had the introduction and then it broke up, and then I tried another relationship, and this was after I waited, I think, for 3 years, right? I'm like, you know what? I don't want anybody to disturb me. I'm good. Like, I'm working. My life is okay. It's only man that is missing. And God knows I wasn't missing out a lot. It wasn't so much of a big deal. So when I had waited, like, okay, I don't want any stress, 3 years. And then, so somebody else came and I'm like, okay, let's start try. And then the thing still failed again. I said, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing it again. So it is not as easy as you're saying it. Like, I'm just going to face my career. I'm just going
Honestly,
to build.
I know it's not that easy. Truthfully, I didn't expect it to be easy, but I just felt maybe if I put the consent, because it was becoming what was this word? I was beginning to feel very down,
Hmm.
depressed. That's the word I was looking for, because
Hmm.
you love something, but you cannot reach that thing. And every time you reach out to people that you feel, I mean, family now that should be there for you, they are the one repeating the same thing and saying, just stop it already. There's no way there. You don't go ahead, don't bother. It's not going to be blah
So
blah
you
blah and
kukuma,
all of
you
that.
kukuma say, let me just let this girl go.
So I
When
just to have peace on both sides, I was just like, let me just let her go, and
let me
then
ask from your wife,
we broke up.
Sister Shayo. They came to bring breakfast to you, your house.
Not in my house. Oh, I was in the market.
Ah.
Unfortunately, the distance was too long. I couldn't travel down, so I did it over the phone. I'm not proud to say this. Trust me.
Wow.
I'm not honestly. And this story I'm going to tell my children. I'm going to let them know this is something I did in life that I'm not proud of. This to their mom, and I'm never proud of it.
I love that to their
Circumstances.
mom. Oh, do their mom.
You know, circumstances cost it, and I'm never
Did you
proud, or I was
did
never
you
proud
send
of
that
the
a
fact.
text or was it a call? Like,
Was a call.
hello, Shayo. Me, Shemo, what?
Ah, I remember where I was. I just sat down and then
What did he
I
say?
said
What
to
did
this.
he even say? What did he say?
It was like this. I said, I've thought it through and I've prayed about it. I feel if really I love you, I want you to have a good life. I want you to be
Hmm,
happy, be fine, be well. And let me say this now for everybody.
hmm,
When you are in situations in life,
hmm.
trust me, advisors and counselors are everywhere.
That's right.
Everybody will say what they think is the
Hmm.
right thing for you to do.
This is very important. This thing you are saying is very, very, very important.
They may not
Hey,
be in your shoes, they may not understand what you're going through, but they will say what they think is the best for you at that point. Now, the onus lies on you to ensure that God is speaking to you and you are taking the right step. Else, you see those advisors, they will disappear into thin air within space of 2, 3 months or days or weeks, and you'll be left alone with your decision. Whatever decision you've made at that point, it will just be you and the decisions you've made.
hi.
Your choice will now be what will be left with you.
Let
So,
me.
in any situation like this, just
Hmm,
be sure that God is speaking.
Bro David.
I mean, what I said to her was out of a lot of counsel of, see,
Yeah.
if you really love her, just let her go. She's a
Hi.
beautiful lady. She's
Yeah.
got a lot of people that will be looking out for her.
Tell him
Don't be
again.
like a Lord of the Ring. Don't hold her down. Don't use your own problem to tie her down. In fact, I had someone told me that if you cannot tell her that you are no longer doing, I can do it for you.
Ah.
One of the advisors. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
no, that, no.
So the person told me if is that
Wow.
you're scared, I can help you explain to her so that she will
And
understand that it's not like you hate her, you just want the
and
best for her.
bro David, do you know that in hindsight, right, genuinely is coming from, it's also coming from a place of concern on the part of the
True,
advisors. You get what
true,
I'm saying?
true, very
Something
true.
happened, as you're saying this thing you said, see, guys, this thing is very important. I feel that those that are on this call, you're watching this thing, you're an adult, you can make decisions. When I was talking about, the introduction I had, relationship I had some years ago, that broke and all that, when I was going to take a decision to actually leave that relationship, there was a particular leader I had then who was like, a mother to us. She and her husband, very respected people. At that time, they were like, mothers. So, how you look up to, some families and you're like, oh, these ones are our, our role models and all that. And then this woman was always telling me that, you know what, Mary, you cannot leave this relationship. Ah, no, Mary, don't leave. There's no marriage without issues. Even me and daddy, we are always, she was telling, and she was honestly, genuinely advising me reasons why
Mm,
I should not go.
mm,
I insisted, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm the one in this relationship now. I'm saying I'm tired and all that. Now, fast forward to about a year later, when this brother, married, and then he's moved on and all that. Guess who called me to come to our district to come and see her? This same woman. But this time around, she was saying, Mary, I'm so proud of you. I
mm.
am proud of the decision. And I was looking at this woman like, Mommy, I will not have it.
Wow.
I said, I will not even like today. I cannot forget that experience. That was the day I knew that, you see, when people are advising you, hey, if you're going to make any decision based on what people are advising you, ensure that you are backing up with God. Ensure that God is backing up that decision you are making, not just because somebody somewhere said this.
Mhm.
Because when the chips are down, my
Mm.
dear, you're not gonna see nobody. And I'm not even
That's
lying.
true. That's true.
Nobody will be there. In fact, at that point, those people will remind you that they expected you to make your choice because you're an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard people say it
Any
before,
advice?
like, and I mean, you came to ask me for advice. I expected you to go and think about it. That's the day you will know that okay, you are literally saying I'm a fool, but honestly, hey,
Very true.
wow,
Very
wow,
true. So that was what happened. And I just made so pressure and advice as a way of giving you subtle pressure. Like you just continue to see those figures before you saying the same thing again, and you feel I don't want to disappoint this person, I don't want to let this person down. I also want the best for myself, and then you're so confused. And then I felt at this point, I think I need to just stay apart, let her stay apart, let her move on if she can. Let me maybe go back to God, recycle again, and see what God was going to have me do. And then we were like that for about a year.
ah, nah, Sister
20.
Shai, I give it to you. I give it to you. At this point, see, I give it to you.
Let me connect your sacrifice.
Ah, it's taken. You
Yeah.
waited.
Not
You
like I
waited.
waited. Or I waited. Apparently. So when he said that, I remember sending a text to my dad and my sister at that moment and saying, David has called up the relationship. I am fine. I sent them a text and my phone started ringing. Boom, boom, boom,
Of
boom.
course, of course, of course.
So when I picked the call, my dad was, Shai, where are you? Hope you're fine. Don't worry. I just started crying.
Ah, yeah.
I just started crying. I just started crying. And I told my sister called, I was like, we'll talk at home. Because we're staying together, so we'll talk at home. Just started crying. And I went shopping. I just
Bro
said,
David
I
is
just
Bro David is emotional. sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, sorry. It's okay.
I finished because I had a job to do. My business, so I, I had
I can't even imagine how much you have apologized, bro David. I can't imagine.
Honestly, it's a whole lot. Because
Sorry.
when I think
Okay.
back, I felt it wasn't so again. I think some situations happen, though not palatable, but
Mm,
God has a way of turning things around when He wants to do things.
that's right.
And why I said so was that actually gave me an opportunity to go back to God again. And that
Mm,
was why I came back.
mm,
So when I went back to God, in a week, three things happened to me. The
mm.
first was so I decided to host a prayer in church, in Bagada Church. And I was staying in the church overnight vigil for a whole week.
Hmm.
that should be towards
2020.
2020, but it was kind of towards it was almost the end of
During COVID. Yeah, yeah, before we came back actually. So just towards when we came back. So
Mm,
where I'm going with that is, of course, let me just say it since it's part of the story. So when I was praying, when I was having those prayer, I was just reading my Bible and I saw a place. I read the part where Peter walked on water.
mm.
And then I was meditating on it, and the Holy Spirit told me that. Did you know that day when Peter ventured to say he wanted to walk on water? Almost all the disciples around him would have said, Peter, you are mad.
Yes,
You are a
yes,
fisherman. You've never
yes.
seen a man on water.
Mm-hmm.
How can someone
How
be
do
still
you?
thinking if it's a ghost or if it's really Christ call you to come and you want to step out? Are you fine?
Mm,
And then that thing just told me there that everybody will have one or two things to say.
mm.
But when he who asks you say come,
Just go.
just come. And then when I meditated further, he said when Peter stepped out, he was actually walking. At some point, he doubted and he was sinking. It was the same man that said, come, that lifted him out. Then he said, if I had said, go on this journey, even if people predict that there will be problem in the future, I that have called you on this journey,
Yeah.
I will pull you out. And then I think I slept, and then I saw in a revelation that she was coming, I was coming at the other side, and then I was trying to make up and then um, have us come back in the dream and all of that. And then that happened. And then the last part was somebody also told me, someone like a spiritual brother to me. I was towards the end of the prayer, I was just like, if I tell you what I see, it will just be as if I'm preaching that you and this girl should come back together. I said, please tell me, what did you see?
Hmm.
And then he just told me how he feels God wants us to come back together.
Okay.
I was like, wow, okay. Those were it for me. And then I stood up. I went and I said, so I'm bringing the person I'm going to be married to this house by next week. And then I went to meet her. And then I begged, I pleaded, I told her what I've seen. I said, it's not like anybody has accepted, but I want us to come back.
Were
She said
you
she
not?
wants to go.
Wait, was did you not think that she probably might have moved on
I
or
know,
something?
I know. Actually, like I said, after seeing and hearing and God revealing those things, I just felt, let me do what God wants me to do. Whatever the case is at this point, I will not have tried. So as I met with her and then I apologized and told her I want us to come back, she said she needs to pray about it. I
Of
left Ibadan,
course.
I went to Abeokuta. I went to meet her parents. I lay flat on the floor and I was like, I'm sorry, daddy, I'm sorry, mommy. This is it.
Money, sir. Money. Whoever gave you that advice, that one is good. Take it.
So I met with the parents. God so good. I think they said they were praying and God already told them I was going to come back.
Hi, thank
I
you.
don't know if they told her or not, but they told me.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
They
Thank
told
you.
me. So as they said that, I just went back and then I told my people, I'm bringing my wife home. So the person I was going to get married, I'm bringing her home. And they said, don't bring
This
anyone. I
time
said,
around, I don't
no,
care.
don't worry. So when they said no, don't bring anybody, I said, once she gets to the door, just send her back.
You know, there's pata pata.
I had because I have it at this point now, I have a backing. I just something was just behind me. So where
Kai.
I'm going with this is that situation that actually happened reinforced the love I have for her beyond what it was when we were together at first.
Aya.
At this point, it was just me being all out, and then no matter what happened at this point, no
This is
going
what I
back.
will
It
do.
was
This
just
is
going
what
to happen.
God wants me to do.
Yeah. So
No
that's
turning back. There's no.
That 1 year that you just mentioned was a whole lot happened,
It was
and
tough. I know. I
a
know.
whole lot happened. One thing that kept me sane was my family, and thank God for good friends.
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
there are friends that when I'm down, I'll just go to their place and stay over. We'll just pray through the night.
Hmm.
And my sister, my siblings, my brother, my parents, they were there for me. My friends were there for me. And
Kai.
so
God bless them. God bless them. God
oh, God
bless
bless
them.
them.
Ah,
And so in fact we used to just joke about
have friends that can be there for you,
and
that's right.
I can
That's
close
right.
with you.
That's
that
right.
can pray with you.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
Because in those times of in life,
you
you
need
actually
people.
need those people.
Hmm.
I had mine too. Because I made the decision not because I was happy and I was just enjoying those 1 year actually. It was actually a tough time as well. So I had people I would call and we just pray and share together and all of that. It was a journey.
So it was. I remember there were times when I was depressed. There were times. So it's not as if everything was. I was just all fine, all true. I remember there was a time. Sorry, I was down, and I was like, I said it in Yoruba. I said, "Oluwa, everything around me, Lord, in the day, like where you sent me to, I'm
I'm back.
back."
Hmm.
And so, and I had weight. When I had that weight, I said, "Wait, Ikini." I said, "Wait." I said, "I've been praying when the storm
Another
was."
365 days is coming.
Yeah.
Wait
I
again.
said, "You bring this weight, Lord. You
And
send this weight."
do you
And
know? Do you know? Sorry, do you know again? That's another thing about the waiting season for us as humans. It's never easy. I'm not even going to
bam,
lie.
bam, bam, bam,
It's never easy, and
bam, bam, bam.
the grace for you to actually still wait even when you are tired. It's another level of grace, honestly. And when you even now have other options, do you understand?
As she did mention that brethren
Like
came,
I know now. Ladies,
This is great.
not brother,
babe,
brethren,
sister Joy
brethren
na
came.
fine babe now. Our business is booming. I know this thing. You understand? Everybody knows Gracie Bridals, right? Waiting when you have other options. In fact, it may even be other really good options.
They
Yeah.
were those options were already abroad. Some of them.
Hey, hey. But God is still saying, just wait. That's not what I'm sending you to. It takes another level of grace, honest. And I'm not even going to. I know that there will be people watching this who are probably in that season of their life, who are in that phase, and they are like, God, I'm waiting because you asked me to wait, not because I really don't have other options, but I'm still going to be here because you have not asked me to do otherwise. I just want to join, our faith with you. If you are in that season or if you're in that phase of your life, if God is saying you should wait, I beg you, please wait. I beg you, like I beseech you with every just
Therefore,
if
brethren.
if if God is saying wait, if God is saying wait, there's always a reason, and you would understand it later on. It may not even be clear to you now, but you will definitely still understand it. Sister
Yeah.
Grace.
I remember when I had that wait, I was like, wait, it's the waiting that kept me to chop this
Yeah.
breakfast. So what am I waiting to do? Waiting for him? I said, God, I'm done. With that relationship, I am done. And it was on a Monday, and there was Bible study in church. So I said, I don't even want you to say anything again. I'm not going.
Hmm.
So I stayed back. After a while, I just felt, what will I be doing not going? Let me just go. So when I entered the church, pastor was already preaching, and it was as if he waited for me to sit down. When I sat down, I just had him saying, if God tells you to wait, wait. Don't say all the years you've been waiting, what has come out of it. If God is saying you should wait, you should.
Wait. Is it
Everybody said wait.
not this God?
And I was like, I just
Thank you,
want
Holy Spirit.
I was like, I don't know. It's what me Debbie. And so it's I storm is not or peace. Let me say peace is not the absence of storm,
That's
actually.
right. That's
It's
right.
being it's finding that calmness even in the
Mm,
midst of the storm. So
mm,
I just knew immediately that, oh, I found peace even in this storm.
mm.
Other people will come, and before they come, like I'd have seen different events and saying, oh, this is not the person, another person, oh, this is not the person. And I started to enjoy my single life to the fullest.
Ah,
I remember
our
telling
our
so
our single
I
and
just
married. One of them when you enjoy single life, oh,
ah
nothing
please
concern us.
enjoy single life. And so I remember telling my parents, please, my sister is engaged, please let us do the marriage for her. If my brother wants to get married, let's just you see me, just forget about me.
Kaya.
I'll think of marriage later. My career is there, my business. Let me just enjoy myself. If there's this workshop,
Allow me
let me
to
go. If
enjoy
there's this
myself.
conference, I want to
Allow
be
me
there.
to enjoy myself. Allow me
Like that.
I will not even lie. I love this disposition. You know when
Ah,
you're like, God is saying, wait, okay, I have to continue
ah,
living my life. And I don't know how. See, this thing you are saying, it makes a lot of sense to me. Honestly, when I traveled out of Nigeria 2 years ago, and I told my friend, I see me, I want to go out for another degree. My friend, Mary, are you serious? I say yes, I'm serious. And then if you want to marry, I said, don't worry. Don't worry,
it will
God will
come, it
sort
will
it.
fall in place.
And a lot of people feel like, hey, Mary, are you sure you know what you are doing? In fact, some people were even helping me to calculate my age. Okay? By the time Toba Mafi don't I'm at war 30 something. I said, don't worry, God is in charge. And this is again where I would like to say that a lot of times we feel like we're the one controlling our life ourselves. That's the problem. You see, we feel like because we are at a particular age, by now I should have been married. You see,
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
thinking that. Is it God
mhm,
that told you?
mm.
Do you understand? Multi
Yeah.
28 though. Multi 28. There was a lady who reached out to me some time ago and she sent me a voice note. She was crying. I played the voice and said, Kilo Shele, Kene, Ewane, Kilo Shele. And then she was crying. She's not in a relationship. I said, how old are you, my sister? Say she's 24. I say, ah, and you are crying? Ah? You know, baby.
Societal pressure
That's
sometimes.
precious.
Go see. Go and do what God has committed into your hands. It will come. Why are you stressing yourself? Relax. It will come. Go and enjoy your singlehood. Go and build. Go and work. Build yourself. Continue to live your life. Man, she is man. It will come. Èwo ni kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
So sometimes when we pray, there's a way we want God to answer our prayer. So it's like saying, God, provide for me. And in your head, you're thinking, if I should just get that job, this is salary they'll pay. And God has other means,
other
I want to
plans.
bring it in.
other plans of bringing in the money.
Very
And
true.
so most times we say, by 20, I want to get married by 20, and God has another route for you. And so when we pray, just let God answer the prayer. And
I just pray that we will be more open to doing exactly God's leading, honestly.
Mhm.
Because again, I know that sometimes it may really, really be tough, especially because again we are humans and our
Yeah.
mind is just so small. So small to even see what God is doing with us per time.
True.
Because we don't even know more than as we are now, we don't even know more than now that we know. We
Very
don't.
true.
But
Very
you know,
true.
in our mind, I don't even know. This is a small mind. We just think, man, we are already seen 4 years ahead. We are figuring it. We are figuring it out in our mind. God help us. Wow, I'm really, really so happy, honestly, at what God has done with you, what God has brought you through, and where He is taking you to. Honestly, I'm just so happy. So let's fast forward to finally family accepted. Hallelujah to the glory of the Lord. And then so now that you went back to MC and all that, so by now they should just grant you free access now. I mean, after all these years, because I don't understand. 2 years has gone already. Because I'm trying to
Yeah.
think in my head, like, man, 2021, I close 2019, 2021.
So we got back and we started the process. Parental consent was done
at the side.
at my side, and then we started courtship now.
Great.
And then we did courtship, and then we fixed our wedding. And we're
Boom, 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 boom.
so we fixed our
Kilo
wedding
shele.
for July 2021, yeah. And
A week
a
to
week to the wedding was called off.
Ẹ wò ẹ kọ́kọ́ ní sùúrù náà. Ẹ ní sùúrù. Kí ibo la tún já sí? I don't understand. Called off by who? By what? What happened?
So the wedding was called off because a new revelation came that we that have said yes, we say no again. And so because according to church, if your parent is not saying yes,
You
the
cannot
church
go ahead.
cannot wed you guys. So we've printed IV, we've a week to wedding, of course. We've arranged vendor, photography, all of those things, wedding dress, suits. In fact, we've packed our clothes and moved to Abeokuta to be checked when they told us that the wedding was not going to hold. Yeah. So we came back home. Let me this part is very interesting. When they told us
Let me
it
sit
was not
very
going to
low.
happen, I just took my car and then we drove back to Ibadan. We went to a very nice restaurant. We've ate, filled ourselves up, and then went to the cinema and watched a movie. And then
Jerry, what is this?
Let me tell you what the only thing that came to my mind now is when the devil thinks he's working and then the people that the devil thinks he wants to work against are busy enjoying their lives. You don't understand. Because this is obviously something that should break you.
yeah.
Why will you gonna be eating? Like you have to enjoy.
Oh, that I had.
As in, ask what do you want? Turkey, everything, just order. They had a very good time eating, and then got a very big popcorn, went into the cinema, watched it. I can't remember the movie we watched. I know we watched movie. And then we just said, let's go, no problem. So what has happened? They said we cannot wed again, Abi. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the next thing will be. And then we
The unfortunate thing was, we are getting married. Everybody knows. I packed my
Exactly.
things out of the house where I was staying.
because it's a
Um,
week.
It's a week.
So she has moved her
I cannot go
things.
back.
She
But
can't
how
go
would I
back to
go
that
back
house.
to that house to go and tell them what? Padà wá ní ẹ̀ ṣe wedding money and the whole I didn't even know what to do.
When we started telling our
sister,
vendors
Sister
that
Grace, I
we are
salute
sorry the
you.
wedding, when we started telling our vendors that we are sorry the wedding was not going to, kilo shele, what happened? This that
I can imagine because you would have rented all. Oh.
Ah,
we've I mean we're done with preparation
1 week to
basically.
wedding.
We're done with preparation. It was
I remember
just
when I sent a text to the decorator. It was like, I'm about leaving for Abeokuta right now
yeah.
with the crew and everybody. He said, what happened? I said, don't worry, we are
Ah!
ready for you. But what do you tell? How do you explain to people that family? And to that point, when you say you guys were apart for a while because of family issues, now it's a week to my same family issue, and they'll be like, sorry, Ekpe, why do you want to go into this
Settle it,
marriage?
tell any.
Exactly. And at that point, I just said, I was about going crazy, but not going crazy.
Of course.
Know,
Because hey
what
God. You know again, let me
to
see
work? My
you
colleagues were saying, we are storming your wedding, we are coming. How do I go back to tell them?
let me tell you
How do
something.
I go back to
Sister Grace, Sister Grace, this is a clear interpretation of or you not be tempted. Is tempted beyond
beyond,
what you
yes.
can handle. Because I'm just imagining it was God knows that my grace cannot. God, please, I beg you. I beg in the name of God.
But everything looked like as if I was watching a movie. And everything was just like, she wedding more.
Ah, ah.
So, but the story, my Jassy go go.
Exactly. Like, wait, a year? This whole thing is no, no,
I remember saying, no, Mama, don't you see me? Oh, no,
Kai,
Mama, that was the only prayer point I could say. God, don't disappoint me. Mama,
Kai.
don't you see me? Mama, don't you? I no other prayer point was, oh, no, Mama, don't you see me? Mama, don't you see me? And thank God for friends. Thank God for my mentor. Thank you for family. Thank God for support. So they were just not just me, but also my husband. We're checking up constantly. Hope you're fine. Don't worry, don't do it. Don't worry. So it
Kai.
was not about the family job affair, clinic or something. So
Hmm.
they were
It was
checking.
just so this time now in our mind we're already a family,
Of course.
whatever anybody thinks. So
Of course. I
it
love
was
it. I
about
love
the
it.
two of us. It was about the two of us getting through it together, not sort yourself out, I sort myself out kind of thing at this point.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the unity.
So
That's it.
yeah. So that was because this time, like I said from the beginning, after I came back, it was no longer business as usual. It was far beyond what I used to have. So I just knew this is going to be. And so, fast forward, we started planning for court wedding. We're
Hmm.
going to go and do it in court. Whatever happens at this point, family or no family, we're just going to get married. Like at this point, we've rented an apartment in Ibadan that we're going to stay. We've, I think we've
Whole week.
painted the house,
Done everything.
done
Said
everything, set the house up and all. Like we just registered at registry. We're just going to get court wedding done and all of
Amazing.
that. And then the devil came again. So the week was
The devil is a bastard. I'm telling you, because
a
ah,
week to that wedding, my wife tested positive for COVID, and then she had to go and isolate. But God answered prayers because man, we prayed. Trust me, we prayed. And I think a day or that day was when you received text message that the test she did, the COVID is no longer there.
hallelujah to the Most High God.
And so we had the court wedding. It was at the court wedding, which was a week to the next time the church normally have wedding, which is every second Saturday. Yeah, it was at that court wedding we received the message that the church will now wed us next week, so we should be coming down to Abeokuta immediately.
So yeah, I remember telling our photographer on that was on a
please,
Tuesday. We
please
were
tell
getting
me,
married
please
on
tell me this is
Saturday.
super story. Ah,
This is our story.
So the court wedding was on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We were telling the photographer that
That we are,
the
they
church
just
has
told
said
us that we
we
get
get
married
married
on
on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Will he come?
He has to come. Will he come?
We were telling the decorator that we now have the wedding this Saturday. Oh.
He said,
We were telling the videographer
started
person
calling
we will be having the
caterers,
wedding this
everybody.
Saturday. Caterer, please, the wedding is this Saturday. So a week just to plan for the wedding all over again. Just that week. So at that point, we couldn't even tell as many people about the wedding any longer because of the ups and downs and all. My workplace, my office, I just told all my bosses that were already like, this. I just said, please don't bother. Don't worry, don't come. The wedding will just do it silent and it will just be fine. And also, we couldn't even tell anybody. We just at this point, we just want to be declared husband
we
and
just
wife
want
and
to be married and go our way.
so there was no time for the paparazzi of invite friend, do ladies in Ashwebi or men in groups.
Weibo,
Because
kilo
there
ń
was
jẹ́
no that time. There was no that time any longer. And for those that probably even knew and couldn't make it, we're never angry with anybody because it's not your fault. The whole thing is on us. We had the date we fixed, it didn't hold. So if you cannot make it again, you don't bother apologize. It's fine.
This is the real definition of I'm coming from a lot. Ah, 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 Yikpo. Ah. No, but Sister Grace, honest, I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for this union. See why I'm opening my mouth. Wow. But honestly, I just thank God for you, Bo, and I thank God for where He's brought you to, like I said the other time. So let's just bring this to a close. And
Yeah.
I honestly thank you so much for sharing. I know that this is going to bless a lot of people, a lot
That's
of
our
people.
desire.
I know it's going to bless a lot of people again, because I know that some people are even going through something similar. It may not even be exactly in this regard, or in this form, but I know that when it comes to the choice of settling down, choosing a life partner and all, there are just different things that will just want to come, especially when the devil knows that these two people, God has a plan for them. He will just try as much as possible to ensure that everything doesn't work. And I'm very, very happy that you are where you are now, at this point in your life. So what word of advice are you going to give to people, especially single guys, single ladies, those who are trusted the Lord? I know that, in fact, in this particular episode, a lot of lessons are packed in there, a lot. And one of the key ones that I'm even holding on to is, when you're sure God is leading you, please hold on to what God has said to you. Hold on to what God has said. The fact that God is leading you does not mean that everything is going to be really smooth.
Yeah.
You see, the fact that it is God that said this does not mean that you're not going to have challenges, or there will not be people that even want to question that thing that God has told you. Is making you look like, Abi, I did not hear God. You understand? In fact, sometimes you even want to doubt your work with God, like, maybe God is not talking to me very well. Especially when there are even like people that are above you, or ahead of you. You just feel like they're closer to God than you are. You know what I'm saying? God talks to them more.
Very true.
So I just celebrate you. Honestly, I really, really celebrate you. And thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so very much for sharing. So, and let's just end it with your word of advice, and then we're going to call it a day. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. A lot. I celebrate grace.
So yes, wrapping up, I would say, like I said earlier, peace is not the absence of storm. So when God is taking you on a journey, it does not mean um, everything will be rosy, everything will be fine. God might have shown you the destination, but the journey might be there might be ups and downs. He said, "When thou passest through the fire, I'll be with thee."
I'll be with
So it's not saying if you pass. Sorry, he said yes.
So you
He
say
said
when,
when,
not if.
when.
not if. So that means there may be storms.
Yeah.
Just hold on to God, and there's this God factor that we should always hold on to. God is real. God is our Father. We can talk to God. God can talk to us.
Yeah.
So nobody's has the monopoly of God. And
Mm.
so don't rely on people to always hear God on your behalf, because whatever your decision you make, you'll be left with your choice. I'm in this marriage, and to the glory of God, I'm so grateful that we happened. I'm so grateful that we happened. The journey is not smooth, but and when God is saying wait, please wait. And to people around also, when you know somebody's on their waiting journey, please let's come together to support people, not putting pressure not putting
Mm.
pressure on them. And let's hold our hands together, pray with friends and family who might be waiting on God. Everybody, the truth is, everybody's waiting on God for one thing or the other.
Something.
But let's
Mm.
make the journey easier
Mm. Mm.
for ourselves. Let's make the journey easier for ourselves. And
Thank
God
you.
will help us.
Thank you. Thank you. Bro David,
Yeah,
what would you say?
she has said a whole lot. I'll just say one or two things. Number one is if you have friends that are going through stuff, even when they don't open their mouth to tell you, one thing I've learned is learn to be the one to ask and understand rather than judge because you don't understand what they are going through. So what I mean is, those times when all of these things were happening, it was like some of the ways probably you react to things, people look at you like, what's wrong with this one? They don't even know what you are carrying.
Yeah.
They don't even know what you're going through. They don't even understand the gravity of what is going on with you. So please, if you're a Christian and you have friends, even if you don't understand them, the least you can do is pray for them.
That's it.
Just pray for them. And
That's
then
it.
number two thing that I would say basically is never leave God out of the equation. Because once God is out of the equation, the storm is going to overcome. But once God is in the equation, no matter how difficult and tough it is, it's always going to end in grace. Like she said, in this marriage, we are super grateful to God that we happen. It's been honestly no trying to make it look beautiful. I mean, probably people that follow me on my WhatsApp status, I don't do Facebook and all, you see a lot of posts. We play, we have good time, we've been friends, we are still friends. In fact, sometimes in this marriage, we ask ourselves, "Well, are we married?" We are just because we still talk and play like friends. I mean, and that's the beauty of it. The fact that God is still in this marriage,
Thank
God
you.
has been faithful to us. My family have come to accept and love her for the kind of strength she demonstrated and who she is. And honestly, it can only be God. So, summary, don't leave God out of it at any point in
Thank
time.
you.
Never leave
Thank
God
you.
out.
Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. I will not even like at some point it feels like you're talking to me directly. Honestly, I will not even lie. And this has blessed me so much. This has blessed me so much. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thanks for having
sharing.
us.
God
Thank
bless
you
you.
for
Like,
having us.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I don't want to be emotional.